Hello, everybody. I'm the Deuteron Doctor. And well, today, after a long break of no drama whatsoever, and also Christmas break, Happy New Year's and Happy Christmas, everyone. Hope you got what you got. Guess what I got? Some nice Corsairs. It'll. I mean, you'll be able to hear me breathe, but they're very nice audio quality. And, well, I got a new desk, so I got a new whole shebang set up. But I still don't have a computer. So, Mr. Editor will help me out. Anyways, call me Carson. A man of Twitch, a man of YouTube, a man of talent in the content creation side of the internet. Everyone is accusing him of pedophilia, grooming, yada yada. The usual stuff we've seen, the past, 5 fucking years? We're kind of over this already. Already over it. Well, he's being accused of this by someone who, at the time, could be older now, but at the time was 17 years old. They showed screenshots, a video of said screenshots, and a video of themselves scrolling through the screenshots. So, I mean, it's proof, alright? Yeah, I can't deny that. That is solid proof, and I very much applaud them for that. But the problem lies within of that she was 17 at the time, and where she lives, I do believe the consent of age is 16 years of age. So it is legal for this to happen. So, from that first circumstance, it makes CallMeCarson not a pedophile, not a groomer, nothing. Makes him a grown-ass man dating a grown-ass woman. Okay, so you say, okay, but what if the age of consent is not 16? Okay, well, let's go back to her saying she was 17 at the time. Even so, she was 1 year below the age of consent, which already is kind of fishy. And the thing that makes this situation at hand much more fishy is that Carson is not 21 at the time of that happening. Carson is 21 at the time of now. Carson was 19 years of age. By using that, we can calculate how old she is now. Well, Carson was 21, 20, 19. That's 2 years. So, she's 19. So, not that much time has passed, like other allegations. But the problem still lies. She was still fully aware of her actions. And I know Carson did admit to doing it. But the problem lies here. She was not being groomed. She was not being hunted by a pedophile. She was clear as day, knew what she was doing when she sent those photos to CallMeCarson and vice versa. Sure, I don't agree that sending nudes with a younger person that doesn't know what they're talking about is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing at all. It's not bad if they're that old, in my opinion. But I would never do it. But this isn't a case of pedophilia. This is a case of a grown-ass man and a grown-ass woman talking, getting in a relationship, in air quotes, because We, again, don't know if that happened. We say that it hasn't happened, and there's no proof to show that it has happened, but considering their use of language and their constant typing, it's safe to say they'd be friends with benefits. Voicing, as Carson said, he only wants to contact her for the sexual reasons. Which, okay. If you're not dating someone, you can have friends with benefits. Coming from my opinion. I am a monogamist, or however you say it, dater. I date one person at a time, and that's it. I don't like that polyamorous or whatever it's called stuff, or it makes no sense. But not going on a tangent on that. Those messages, she fully was expecting the sexual part of it, as in the literal first message that was taken out of context was, I only want you for the sexual reasons. As in, Mr. Horny Carson was horny. And this consenting adult at this point was probably noting as they were in a correct state of mind, basically where an adult knew what they were doing and still sent pictures. That means they were, again, horny just like Carson. You don't just send nude pictures in a wrong state of mind, in a childlike state of mind, so there's no real point to that. There's no real point to saying, oh, I was too young. Bro, it was 2 fucking years ago. If you had the ability to change your mind that fast, well, you were in the right state of fucking mind when you did it. There's no question. Call me a pedophile all you want. I've never dated someone that is like under 5 years of me. Alright? And by the way, if you look on Google, which I'm going to do right fucking now on my little phone here, you're gonna have to bear with me because I can't cut straight to the screenshot here. Ba 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 ba. Okay. I misspelt it. Thanks, keyboard. Okay. Now it says here a pedophile is a person who has sustained sexual orientation toward children, generally aged 13 or younger. So, generally aged 13 years or younger. Okay. That doesn't mean the age of consent is 13. I get that. But and there's a definition on, I believe, a government website, which I can't find just scrolling on Google here right now. Here's another one. Specifically, a psychiatric disorder in which an adult has sexual fantasies and engages in sexual acts with a pre-pubescent child, which again does not mean the age of consent is 14. I get that. But it says if you experience puberty, it is exempt from that rule, which I get it. It's not, but my point still stands. There is a definition, and it is a hard number. If you're dating anyone under 5 years of your age, and there is a large gap in your brain functionality, like, for example, a 18-year-old dating a 13-year-old, not okay. that 13-year-old does not know of what consequences may happen from sexual acts like that, while 18-year-old will in full force. Well, if it's a 17-year-old dating a 19-year-old, first of all, that's not prepubescent. That's not 13 or younger. That's not even 5 years. That's 2 damn years, alright? I dated a girl when I was a junior and she was a sophomore. That's 1 year. What are you going to do? I mean, not she was a junior, I was a sophomore, in case I said that. But I was a sophomore. She was a freshman, actually. But still, that's 1 year. I've dated a girl that was a freshman when I was a junior. So, it doesn't make me a pedophile. What's the difference if he's a senior or not? In fact, if you're from around where I am, the smart kids are usually the younger ones. And well, if you got a kid that skipped a grade, they're graduating when they're 17. So, a 19-year-old that might have gotten held back a grade or is just late to join school could date that, and that is feasibly possible. There is no reason for that to happen. Listen, my mom and my dad were 12 years of age apart. So what's the difference if you guys are teenagers and are 2 years apart? Doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. He should not be canceled. He should not be berated in this such a way. Sure, sending nudes online to a fan. I can understand where that's wrong. That's using your power to your advantage. Which, that, I can blame him for. Using his power to his advantage. But, there's a counter argument to that, in which she also consented. And now she did not, tease him to get him to do that. She just said, "Will you date me?" in a jokingly manner. Which, okay. He moved straight to DMs. That's a foul on his side. And using her for sexual needs. But she consented to that, as in she willingly sent the photos. Fully knowing that he was going to jack off to them. He had talked about himself only wanting her for sexual preferences. So, if she sends him photos nude, knowing that he is going to do that, that is not grooming. That is two consenting adults. If it would be grooming, if it was somebody who isn't as mentally capable, or someone who is a lot younger than Carson. 2 fucking years of age is silly. One of my relatives has dated a guy that was in his 20s, and she was like, 15? But they both consented. And well, my relative, who was 15, fully knew the consequences. My mom had talked to my relative about the situation. And they all knew the consequences. The guy my relative dated knew the consequences. I mean, they broke up eventually because things just didn't work out in, real life. They couldn't see each other a lot. But the point still stands. If you are 17 and Carson is 19, there is no reason to say he groomed you whatsoever. He might have sent nudes. You might have sent nudes. But that means you're both wrong. You're both at fault for sending nudes. Period. And a little advice to you, Carson. Even though I know you're never going to watch this, but a little advice. You can't get in trouble for talking to someone if you don't talk to anyone. At least that's what I live by on here in the Deuteron Doctor channel. I don't talk to anyone. Anyways. Continuing that, this is a retarded point. The fact that, and sorry for the voice crack, but the fact that people are saying the CallMeCarson allegations are sickening by the Hotbox or Scarce on the CallMeCarson thing. He's not, commenting on it as far as I'm aware. I haven't watched the video, but he's, people are very invested in this because Carson is a very respected person. But in the end, it's not a big deal. People are making it a bigger deal than it needs to be. They really are. They're taking something that is as small as two people had sexual preferences for each other, consented, did what they did, basically stopped contacting each other, aka breaking up, but except on a relationship with love in it, more friends with benefits, like I said earlier. And then this lady has the gall, the absolute gall, to try to expose him for something they both did as consenting adults. Listen, lady, you're 2 years older than me. Even I'm smarter than you. You gotta hush up. Just hush up. Because it's your fault too. Anyways. I am the Deuteron Doctor. And I will see you in the next video. Piace.